Have you ever heard of the Isle of Man? A place full of mysteries and curiosities that will leave you jaw-dropped. Imagine an island with its own language, a smuggling past, and even a possible vampire grave. But wait, it's just the beginning. Come with me on this incredible journey where we explore the Isle of Man's best-kept secrets. From its centuries-old smuggling history to its unique tax incentive economy, this island has a little bit of everything. And we can't forget the dangerous and exciting Isle of Man TT, the most famous motorcycle race in the world. Ready to uncover the enigmas and wonders of this island? So, grab a seat and get ready for a trip full of surprises and adventures. It's time to discover what makes the Isle of Man a truly extraordinary destination. Don't leave there, because the best is yet to come. On the Isle of Man, things work a little differently. Do you know why? Because they have their own government, their own parliament, and even their own legal system. Sounds like something from a movie, right? But it's the purest truth. Just imagine such a tiny island, but with so much power in its own hands. It's like a community that takes care of itself, making its own decisions and creating its own rules. It's a testament to how each place can have its own way of doing things. And on the Isle of Man, this is taken very seriously. So, next time you think of the Isle of Man, remember, they do things their way there. The Isle of Man is home to around 80,000 people. It may not seem like much, but it is a community that is as united as it is welcoming. You know, it's like everyone knows each other. And look, the island is smaller than Singapore, that city full of skyscrapers, but a little bigger than Guam. Isn't it amazing how so many people can live in such a tiny place? But this just goes to show that size doesn't matter when it comes to creating bonds and building a home. Get ready for a trip back in time, because we're going to explore the Isle of Man's past and unravel the mysteries of its oldest parliament in the world, Tynwald, which has been standing since the distant year 979 AD. On the Isle of Man, there is a special place that holds the oldest and most precious secrets in history. Tynwald, the oldest parliament in the world still in operation. Since the distant year 979 AD, this sacred place has been the beating heart of governance on the island. Just imagine all those decades, centuries, and even millennia of important decisions being made there. It's as if every piece of the island holds a piece of its own history, and Tynwald is the guardian of this treasure. In addition to having the oldest parliament in the world, the Isle of Man is a place full of singularities that will leave you amazed. Check it out. There is no national speed limit there, so you can feel the breeze as you leisurely drive along the island's picturesque roads. And what's more, did you know that there is even a population of wallabies there? Yes, those little kangaroo-like animals, living peacefully amidst the island's lush landscape. Did you know that there is even a population of wallabies there? Yes, those little kangaroo-like animals, living peacefully amidst the island's lush landscape. And we can't forget the Manx cat, a cat without a tail that is a real sensation there. But wait, there's more. The island is also home to a fault line, a kind of scar in the land that reminds us of the incredible strength of nature. Wow, so many interesting things, right? But wait a minute. The Isle of Man still keeps a very curious secret in its rocky coasts and hidden coves. Do you know which one it is? A smuggling story that goes back centuries. Yes, you heard right. Since ancient times, the island has been the scene of smuggling activities, thanks to its rugged coastline and hidden coves that provided the perfect setting for these covert operations. From alcohol to tobacco and even people, everything has been smuggled through the turbulent waters surrounding this mysterious island. It does not stop there. In addition to smuggling adventures, the Isle of Man also holds a unique linguistic treasure, the Manese language, which closely resembles Irish and Scottish Gaelic. Originating from the island's Celtic past, this language is a true cultural jewel, but unfortunately it is in danger of extinction. Just imagine, the words that echoed through the island's hills and valleys for centuries are now at risk of disappearing forever. It's as if each syllable tells an ancient story, a precious legacy that needs to be preserved. And if you're curious to try some of the authentic flavor of the Isle of Man, you can't miss its traditional dish, spuds and herring, That's right, a simple but deliciously comforting combination made with herring, potatoes, onion, and butter. It's as if each bite takes you on a journey through time, to the days when fishermen returned home with fresh seafood and potatoes harvested from the island's fertile lands. A true feast for the palate, which celebrates the deep connection between the people and the land they call home. But wait, before you set the table to enjoy the delicious Isle of Man dish, it's good to know that the climate there is as unique as its cuisine. With an oceanic climate, the island receives rain throughout the year, keeping the landscape always green and lush, and the average annual temperature of 15 degrees Celsius? It's the perfect temperature for those invigorating walks along picturesque trails or for cozying up with a hot cup of tea while watching the clouds dance over the hills. So, no matter the time of year, the Isle of Man always has a unique and welcoming experience for its visitors. Get ready to discover how the Isle of Man balances its rich history, unique culture, and cozy climate with a thriving economy based on low taxes and key sectors such as financial services, manufacturing, and tourism. In addition to all the natural and cultural wonders, the Isle of Man also stands out on the economic scene. With a low tax policy, the economy flourishes in key sectors such as financial services, manufacturing, and tourism. Just imagine, a place where business opportunities mix with stunning landscapes and rich cultural heritage. It is as if every corner of the island was an opportunity waiting to happen, whether in the manufacture of quality products, the provision of excellent financial services, or the enchantment of visitors with its natural beauty. Continuing with this fascinating journey through the Isle of Man, we cannot fail to talk about a symbol that is at the heart of its identity, the triskelion. Present on the island's flag, this ancient Celtic symbol represents rotational symmetry and a triple spiral. It's as if every curve and every line tells an ancient story, a deep connection to the island's roots and rich cultural heritage. And when we look at this symbol, we can feel the strength and resilience of the people of the Isle of Man, who have kept their history and tradition alive over the centuries. And now, get ready to delve into the Isle of Man's darkest and most intriguing mysteries. Yes, you heard that right. There is a vampire tomb on the island, covered in chains and stakes since the 1850s, shrouded in mystery and sinister legends. Who was the person buried there? Was he really a vampire, as the stories say? Or is there something more hidden behind these chains and stakes? Ancient legends mix with reality, leaving us with shivers down our spines and unanswered questions. But one thing is certain. The vampire's tomb is one of the Isle of Man's most intriguing and enigmatic secrets. While we're still figuring out the story of the vampire's tomb, we can't forget to mention an equally exciting and dangerous tradition. The Isle of Man TT, considered one of the most dangerous motorcycle races in the world. And speaking of adrenaline and excitement, we cannot fail to mention a tradition that makes any speed lover's heart race. The Isle of Man TT, a motorcycle race that is considered one of the most dangerous in the world. Every year, intrepid drivers come together to take on the Isle of Man's challenging curves and winding roads in a test of skill and courage. It's a tradition that goes back decades and attracts spectators from all over the world in search of excitement and adventure. But behind the excitement and speed, there is also recognition of the risks involved, making each race a tribute to the bravery and determination of the participants. Let's be serious. This story alone fascinated me. And you? Tell me here in the comments what intrigued you the most. I'll leave this video here on your screen so you can discover some interesting facts about this unknown world. With fascinating places, don't miss it. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel to have first-hand access to new videos.